Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Lindsay. Today we are doing Sephora VIB. What did I just say? We're going to be doing Sephora VIB sale recommendations. Clean edition. This is going to be going off of the Clean at Sephora verification. So some of these might be clean to you, others might not be. So just take everything with a grain of salt and do your own research and, use products you want to use. And that's that. I just wanted to do that little disclaimer. I really narrowed down everything, so these are like absolute favorites, products I really recommend and enjoy. I will put the dates of the sales below. It depends on what level you are. I wanted to create this video to really help you guys navigate through the sale. I know during this time of year it's really fun to shop at Sephora. You might be drawn to their website or going in store, so I wanted to share with you my favorites that are clean that you can purchase at Sephora and online, because I know it's fun and that discount is really helpful if you've had your eye on some products. So let's hop right into it. And we're going to be starting with makeup, and we're going to start kind of in the order of how I would apply products basically. So I'm going to start with primers. I also tried to keep these recommendations to brands I don't talk about a ton, so you guys can kind of hear my thoughts on some products you might have seen, have been curious if I've tried them. So I have 3 primers here. The first 2 are from First Aid Beauty. These are Clean at Sephora verified. I have 2 different ones here. Both I feel like are very different. They do different things. The first one, you've probably heard of this. It's a pretty popular primer. It's the Hello Fab Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. This brand is sort of catered towards sensitive skin. These do have natural fragrance in them, but they do have sort of a strong scent. I don't mind them because they're not artificially strong. They actually smell really good. I like them, but if you're sensitive to fragrance, you might think these are a little overpowering. So this one, as the name suggests, is really hydrating. It has coconut fruit juice in it, coffee extract, just some really juicy ingredients. If you have dry skin and wanted something for under makeup, I think you would really like this. Also, if you have normal to oily skin, I don't think this is too greasy on the skin. This is what it looks like on the hand, and it does have mica through it, but it's so finely milled. It just looks stunning on the skin. I love how this feels. It's more of like a gel moisturizer, so it's really not greasy. The scent I enjoy. I'm not going to go too in depth about everything because we have a lot of products to go through, but that's that. And then the next one is the Pores Be Gone Matte Primer with Fig Extract. This one is oil free, so if you have acne prone, oily skin, or you don't prefer to use oils in primers, this is a nice one as well. This is different but similar to that one. It's not really what I was expecting. It has a lotiony texture, and this one definitely feels a lot thicker on the skin. When you blend it in, you can tell it has that sort of mattifying property to it, but it doesn't dry chalky. It's almost like a moisturizing and mattifying primer at the same time, which is really interesting. This scent I do notice is stronger than this one. This one, it smells a little bit more fruity, so beware of that. But yeah, it does dry and it feels nice and silky, but it's not really drying on the skin. And it doesn't suck the life out of you, basically. And the other primer I wanted to talk about is the Tatcha Silk Canvas. This is a pretty cult product, at least from what I've heard about it. A lot of people enjoy this. This baby is pricey, so if you were interested in this and you think it would work for your skin, that 20% off or 15 or 10 or whatever percentage you get might be a good time to pick this up. It does come with a little scooper. I did just recently buy this, but I think I've had enough time to kind of develop my opinion on it. It does have silicone in it, so if you don't prefer a silicone primer, you wouldn't like this. Basically, this is formulated to protect your skin from environmental aggressors, protect it from makeup you put on top, and kind of just leave a nice silky base. I actually got this because I have problems with my under eyes creasing all the time with basically any concealer. So I wanted to try this out, and I'm noticing it's been helping a lot. It's really thin and silky, just as the name suggests on the skin. It's more of like a velvety type primer. And it doesn't really feel overtly like a silicone primer. It just feels silky and smooth. I usually just keep this under my eyes and then in my T-zone. It can be not really drying, but if you have dry skin, might accentuate dry patches a tiny bit, which is why I just keep it in that area. Does make my makeup look smoother. I think it also, I can definitely tell a difference with this primer, which was I feel like that's the main goal of the primer. If I can't tell difference, like what's the point of this? But it definitely makes a difference. It makes my under eyes look smoother, less creasing. I also use it on my eyelids sort of as like a eyelid primer. And it works great as that as well. So I do recommend this if you had your eye on this. I've been loving it so far. Next on to foundation. I only have 3 here because I really wanted to narrow it down to my 3, main picks. They're all very different. The first one is the Kosas Tinted Face Oil. I have a full review of this. If you like a no makeup look, if you want to get ready super quickly, this is such a great foundation. It's one of the most unique products I feel like I've ever used. It is an oil foundation in the name, but it does not feel like an oil. It's super thin and velvety on the skin. I think this would actually go really well with the Tatcha primer, but it sets down. It doesn't leave you oily. I feel like this is really nice for any skin type. If you have dry patches, it might accentuate them a little bit, but it's just a really unique product. If you guys haven't at least tried a sample of this, I totally recommend it. I use the shade 03, which is I think a neutral light shade. So that's really all I'm going to say about this. You guys know I like this. It's really quick and easy. Not the most coverage, but if you like lighter coverage, you would enjoy this. And next up is a foundation I've also talked so much about. It's the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation. One of my favorite foundations of all time. Again, not that much coverage, but the reason I like this is how it feels on the skin. It literally feels like nothing. It actually feels really hydrating. It's not greasy. It looks so much like skin. It's like unbelievable. I use the shade SF2. This one is actually almost empty, but I have a new one on the way. This is just really good foundation. I don't know what else to say about it. It's lightweight. It layers well if you do want more coverage. So that is the Ilia True Skin. The last product I haven't talked about a lot on my channel because I thought that they discontinued this, but it's actually on the Sephora website. It's another product from First Aid Beauty. It's their Triple Protection Skin Tint with Goji Berry and SPF 30. It's a physical sunscreen. This kind of looks like I think Glossier has like a skin tint similar to this. This is actually really beautiful. It doesn't have like a ton of coverage, but it actually has a really good amount of like a light medium coverage. In the summer, I was actually mixing both of these and they stay so well on the skin. This is just another one of those products if you like super lightweight bases, if you don't want to feel the makeup on your face, or if you're going like on a vacation and just want something like simple but you want coverage, this is great. Also nice to mix in with other products to thin it out and also just give it a nice lasting power. Alright, now I actually only have 2 setting powders to recommend because I'm just so picky with powders. I feel like so many of them make my skin look dry, especially my under eyes. That's like really my trouble area, is creasing in the under eyes, getting them to look smooth, because I feel like once that looks bad, I'm like, my makeup's ruined, I'm redoing it, I can't go out, a little dramatic, but probably my all-time favorite is the Ilia Soft Focus Finishing Powder. I mentioned this a ton as well. It's just really interesting. It looks so much like skin, just like the foundation. This doesn't look drying at all on the skin, which is why I think it is like one of the most unique powders I've ever used. I've never tried a powder that is similar to this. If you have more mature skin, if you have drier skin and you want to set your face but you don't want that sort of matte, sort of suck the life out of your skin look, this is perfect. Use a tiny bit and it does set concealer in my T-zone perfectly. I just love this. It's also great for all over the face because it doesn't have too much of a drying look to it. And then the next one I would say is more of like a mattifying powder. It's not super mattifying, but it definitely keeps your skin more matte than this one. It's the Bare Minerals Original Mineral Veil, but this is the big size. I believe this one's like 40 bucks. It's the 24 gram. What the fuck is going on? This is not clean as Sephora verified, but the ingredients are just cornstarch modified, zinc stearate, magnesium stearate, and iron oxides, and some coloring. So pretty clean in my book. This almost has like a little bit of a light peachy hue to it, which I feel like helps with under eye darkness. This is another one. It doesn't look too powdery. I like to use it all over my face. If you have dry skin, this might look a little bit sort of cakey and dry on your skin, but just be light-handed with it. I think it sets makeup beautifully and, it's a good pick. Definitely skipped right over concealer, but now we're back to it. I have 3 picks here. They're all very different as well. The first one is the Ilia True Skin Serum Concealer. This one is empty, but I just ordered another one. I have the shade SC1. This I do like for under the eyes, but I actually love it for blemishes because it looks so smooth, just like the foundation. It does not accentuate dryness, and it just looks so much like skin. It's incredible. If you put this on your skin and wait a couple minutes, it doesn't even like dry down completely, but you will get a ton of coverage out of it if you use it that way. For under the eyes, I don't really wait that long, but if I put it on blemishes, if I just wait and like blend out my other stuff and then blend it out, like the coverage goes such a long way. It's literally full coverage if you wait for it to almost dry. So I really love that concealer. It also just feels really nice and light on the skin. And then these are my two under eye concealers. The first one is the Cover FX Power Play. I use this in a ton of videos. This is more of a fuller coverage concealer. It's on the thicker side, but it still remains lightweight. It doesn't crease like crazy on me, which is really hard to find a concealer. Really like this amazing shade range as well. And then another one that's new to me is the First Aid Beauty. This is their Bendy Avocado Concealer. I got this because I just like saw in the advertising it was like flexes and doesn't crease on your skin. And I was watching a makeup video and it was saying how if you have problems with under eye creasing, use a really thin concealer because it's basically like less product to crease up in your eyes. And I've definitely noticed I barely get any creasing, if any at all, with this concealer. It's just so thin in consistency and it doesn't look or feel drying. So this is the lightest shade. I really like this for under my eyes, not really blemishes, but I'm wearing it today under my eyes. I love how lightweight this feels on the skin, especially for under the eyes, and it doesn't feel drying. This combined with the Tatcha primer, I literally don't get any creasing, which is crazy. Really been loving this combo, and they're not like cakey looking. That's really my main goal. I feel like when I was younger, I used to wear like so much full coverage makeup, but now I'm just like, I want the lightweight stuff. I don't want it to look like makeup, but I want it to work well. So that's basically my vibe with my makeup routine lately. These three concealers, some of my faves. Two bronzers, I only have two here actually. I have a powder and a cream. First is the Lila B Sun Kissed Bronze Beauty Duo. This is really nice. It can look a little bit orange if you have super fair skin, but just be light-handed and kind of stick to this shade. I love this because it has shimmer in it, but it doesn't look like it has shimmer in it on your skin. It looks really natural, gives a really pretty glow, blends out easily, and these are just like really luxurious feeling. That one's pricey as well, but I think it's worth it. And then the cream version is the Kosas Tropic Equinox Duo. This is a really pretty, it's sort of like a bronzer blush shade mix if you like that sort of peachy blush shade. This is really pretty. I think these do stay on the skin. They have sort of a glow to them, but they're not too emollient where they just like slip and slide around your face, which is one of my favorite things about them. This highlight's really pretty as well. Again, isn't too emollient, but has a nice glow to it. I will swatch these for you guys. That's the shade right there, the bronzer shade. Only really works as a bronzer if you have light skin, and then that's the highlight down there. There's nothing even on my finger. They have tons of shades of these. They also have, what are they called? They have like extra pigmented ones, so if you have deep skin, that's perfect. I love how they came out with those. Those ones will really pack a punch if you need them to. Yeah, that was it for bronzer. Literally only two recommendations. The only other one I think they have is like the Lawless one, which I swatched in the store and just wasn't crazy about. So let's go ahead and move on to blush. I have a couple recommendations. I really love the Ilia Color Haze Multi Matte Pigments. These are beautiful. They're so pigmented. They last beautifully on the skin and they go well over powder. I wasn't really expecting these to work well with other products, but they really are just beautiful. They have this little interesting like squeezy tube design, so you just squeeze the desired amount out. I like to use a brush. You can use a sponge too, and they really stay on the cheeks, and they're really pigmented. If you have medium to deeper skin, these are perfect because they're matte, but they don't look drying, and they don't really accentuate dry patches at all. So I really like these. I have the shade Sing and Temptation. This one's my favorite just because this one's a little bit deep for me. This is a really pretty like everyday pink. Their swatches just for reference. This one is Sing and then that one is Temptation. You can also use these on lips, so they're sort of like a 2-in-1 product, which is also more bang for your buck. And I also have like a duo lip cheek product from Lila B. It's their Divine Duo Lip and Cheeks. I have a couple of shades of these. This is the shade Be Real, which is, again, just like a true pink. I mainly use these on my cheeks, but they're nice on the lips too. Thin, silky, give you a really good amount of pigment and they go well over powder, which is like one of my first criteria for cream blush because I like to powder my face and then do stuff like that. So if they don't go over powder, I'm like, no thank you. But these ones work really well and they do have some really gorgeous shades. What are they, gardening the roof? What is happening? Is that a weed whacker? Okay, hopefully you guys can't hear that too much. The last blush recommendation is the Antonym Highlighting Blush Cheek Crush. This is just the original one. This is gorgeous. It's more of like a, it's exactly as the name suggests, a highlighting blush. I have it on my cheeks now. This is just so extremely finely milled that it doesn't look chunky at all. If you've ever like gotten a shimmery blush and just hated it because the shimmer just looks really chunky, this is like the opposite of that. It just is so smooth. Oh, hello. That was a joke. So smooth on the skin. It makes like your cheeks look highlighted without having to put a lot of highlight on. I just love how it looks. They do also have some other shades if you are curious about them in this compact. It is bulky, but it feels really nice. Bamboo. So that's everything for my base recommendations. I also have a little brush set that I wanted to mention from Bare Minerals. It's like a holiday set. These are vegan brushes. It comes with a like blush brush. I actually use this today. These are super soft and I just love the color of them. And then this one is a powder brush. I've been using this to like clean up under my contour or just like add coverage in certain places. Then it comes with a little like duo brush. You can actually, this would be like perfect for contour because you could sort of use cream contour with that or powder contour and then just like blend it out with this. Or you can use this in an eye brush, but I think this little set is just so cute and these are really good quality. Really impressed with these and they're also very pretty. Moving at the eyes, I actually don't have a ton of eye product recommendations either. I just really narrowed it down to my absolute faves. First are the liquid 10-second eyeshadows from Kosas. I have a video on these. I've heard with these, and I feel like with these, the colors are a hit or a miss. Globe is one of my favorites. I think the neutrals are really nice. This blue one, it is pigmented, but I feel like it just takes a lot of layers. So I would definitely recommend this one, Globe, if you're interested in them. And I think this one, Fahrenheit, is also really nice. These are just really quick and easy. They are liquidy and they can be a little bit messy, so keep that in mind. But I think they're just like such an interesting product. Again, with Kosas, they're really innovative. They make products that I haven't seen anywhere else in any other brand. So these are really nice. They have some really fun shades. So that was my first eye product recommendation. And then I had to mention the Eyeshadow palettes. These are the, do they even have these on Sephora? I didn't check. Let's hope so. This is the Cool Nude palette, and then this one is the Warm Nude palette. I use these all the time. I really enjoy this cool one because it's cool tone, but it's not like, it's not too cool toned. With some palettes like the Aether Beauty Rose Quartz palette, although I think those shades are pretty, I just get barely any use out of them because they're just so extremely like cool toned, and maybe if you like those tones of shadows, but I'm really just not the biggest fan of that palette. I definitely recommend these because I just get so much use out of them. This one's just so loose because I've been using it so much. These are also great for travel. You have like everything you need to create a dramatic look or a daytime look. I like how they did a balanced amount of matte and shimmer as well. This one has 4 mattes and 2 shimmers, and so does this one. These are just gorgeous. The formula is amazing. They blend beautifully. They're pigmented. These are one of my favorite clean shadow formulations to date, and I think they're totally worth the money. I have a mascara I like, and then we'll move on to the lips. The Ilia After Midnight Limitless Lash Mascara. I swear every time I share this, I literally just blank on the name and have to read it off the bottom. This is really nice if you like a soft, fluttery lash. The brush is really interesting. It has like sort of some spiky ends, and it's more of like a hard plastic brush if you like those types of brushes. I really do. Gives you a really nice amount of length and separation. It does not clump up easily. It does not smudge at all, which is insane. I feel like most clean mascaras at least smudge a little bit on me. This, no matter what concealer, I don't really experience any smudging. Lasts a really long time, and it's just beautiful. You can wear it natural or build it up, so I think really anybody would enjoy this, and I'm so glad I purchased it. Moving on to the last category of makeup, which is lips. They've added so many new brands on Sephora, so many new clean brands on Sephora, which I'm really excited about. First off is Tower 28. These are their lip jellies. I have the shade Fire, which is the orange one. As you can tell, I've used so much of this. If you don't like a sticky gloss, you would love this. No stick at all. It actually feels like a lip treatment, but it has a really glossy finish. I feel like I should put it on. Let's do it. These just feel so beautiful on the lips. They feel really moisturizing. If you have dry lips, you would absolutely love these. I did see they have like a couple little holiday sets, some duos, so if you wanted to try these, I think it's a great time to do so. Next up, I would recommend the Bite Beauty, what are these? Amuse Bouge lipsticks. I feel like these are just like a classic lipstick. This is the shade Honeycomb, which is a really gorgeous nude. That's from the Ilia blush. That's the shade right there. These are actually all on sale right now, like besides the VIB sale, so I'm not sure if like the discount would count, but they're on sale nonetheless if you wanted to check them out. Really nice and creamy. Really nice and creamy. They don't really last super long, but it's just a lipstick and it's not a liquid lipstick, so I don't really expect it to last all day. I really like it. I think the packaging is cute and they have some really nice pigmented colors. So that is that from Bite Beauty. Ooh, I would also recommend their lip scrub, the Agave Vegan Lip Scrub, and the Overnight Lip Treatment. Those are incredible. Those are incredible products. I love how they came out with the vegan version. They are like so extremely moisturizing on the lips if you have super dry lips. Those have been a savior for me. I will link those below. I just forgot to grab them. And then the next ones I want to recommend are some tinted lip balms from Ilia. I've also mentioned these. These are just like the perfect, you're feeling lazy but you want some color on your lips, or your lips feel dry and you don't want something super heavy. I have a bunch of shades of these, but the two here are, this one's like my most used, which is Oh Baby, and then I think this one is a deeper red. This one's called Europa, which it looks really deep in the tube, but it actually just comes out nice and light. You can build these up or keep them sheer. They're just the perfect purse lippies, as I would call them. I also wanted to recommend the Bite Beauty lip stains. I have a full video on these. If you like a brighter lip color, these are really interesting. They do leave a stain for a really long time, like days, which is why I'm not going to swatch them right now. This one is Strawberry Frosé, this shade, which is called Orange Fizz, and then this one is called Sangria Slush. Although these all have different shades, I find they all stain like a hot pink shade, so keep that in mind if you're interested in these. But if you want something like a good vacation lippy that's like super bright, but it's gonna stay on for a really long time through eating and whatever you might do with your mouth, that's weird. Okay. Anyway, they stay a really nice amount of time and I do enjoy these. Okay, so that was actually everything for my makeup recommendations. As I mentioned, I wanted to keep it really small and refined to my absolute favorites. Go ahead and move on to skincare. I have not a ton of stuff, but the things that I do mention I really love. So let's start with cleanser. I had to mention this cleanser just because I've been using this for so long. This is the Youth to the People Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamins Earth Day Cleanser. Oh, this is the limited edition one. This is 16 ounces. It comes in an 8-ounce bottle usually. This one, oh my gosh, I've had this for so long. I've had it since April, and me and my boyfriend both use it every day and we're still not out of it, which is incredible. It's the perfect cleanser that's non-drying, but it makes your face feel really nice and deeply cleaned, which is what I love about it. It has a nice light sort of green scent to it. Youth of the People, if you guys haven't tried anything from them, they're one of my favorite skincare brands. They're just make some beautiful products. I also wanted to recommend a toner from them. This is actually not the product inside. I refilled this with a different toner because I ran out, and the mister on this is like, it's so fine, it's crazy. This is their Adaptogen Soothe and Hydrate Activated Mist with reishi, pentapeptides, ashwagandha, and hyaluronic acid. This is beautiful whether you have dry skin or oily skin or whatever skin. This is just like one of my favorite mists. This and the Josh Rosebrook mist are just, they're so beautiful. They make your skin feel really plump. You can use them under or over makeup throughout the day. They're just so beautiful, and the mister on this is really top notch. Totally recommend this if you haven't tried anything from Youth to the People. Again, this, the cleanser. I love their adaptogen cream, the super berry overnight mask. That's like most of their products. mostly everything besides the hyaluronic acid serum, the eye cream, and the mask I've tried and really love, so that is my second skincare recommendation. Next, I want to recommend a tanning product if you do a self-tan. This is the Kula Sunless Tan Anti-Aging Face Serum, which is really interesting. I don't self-tan my face, which is why, well, with my regular self-tanner, which is why this is really helpful. It is a gradual tan, so it's not going to make you look crazy overnight. It does just give you a gradual glow. I feel like tan on your face fades off so much because of exfoliation and washing your face. So this is just a really nice daily thing to add glow back, and it doesn't irritate my skin. It doesn't cause breakouts. It's 70% organic. And yeah, this is a really beautiful little product from Kula, and I would recommend it if you self-tan and want some tan on your face. Next up, I have two creams I don't think I've ever talked about on my channel. First one is if you have oily skin or like more of a gel cream, you would freaking love this. It's the Volition Celery Green Cream. I was using this in the summertime. It has hyaluronic acid and peptides. It has such a refreshing texture on it. It feels just like a splash of water on your face, but plush, yeah, it feels plush, but plus hydration and moisturization. Oh, beautiful under makeup. It does smell quite strongly of cucumbers, which I actually really like, but if you don't like that scent, you might not like this. But I would recommend this if you like a lighter weight moisturizer for either daytime or nighttime. And the next one is a little bit of a heavier moisturizer. It's the Naturally Serious Anti-Pollution Repair Cream. This is sort of just like your traditional cream texture. It's really nice under makeup. It doesn't feel too heavy, but just makes your skin feel nice and comforted. If your skin is more on the dry side, I would recommend this one. I like it. Not really, maybe a little bit of a light sort of citrusy scent to it, not too overpowering. Doesn't pill with products, doesn't do anything weird. Just all around nice moisturizer. Then I have an oil recommendation from Use to the People. This is my second bottle of this. It's the okay, let's just call it the Super Berry Hydrate and Glow Oil. This is such a lightweight oil. It doesn't feel like an oil. It sinks in almost immediately. It's sort of like a dry oil. Not fully, but it is on the drier side, meaning it's perfect for under makeup if you don't like a really heavy feel of a regular oil, or if you have oilier skin but still wanted to dip your toes in the oil waters. This one's beautiful, and it has really nice fruity scent, not too overpowering. With most Use of the People products, I think I just got cream on my chin. With most Use of the People, I really like their products because they are like naturally scented, but they're not overpowering at all. So if you're sensitive to fragrance, I don't think any of these would really bother you. They're actually really nice. And my last two skincare products are masks. First off is the Ren Clean Skincare Glycolic Lactic Radiance Renewal Mask. That rolls off the tongue nicely. I really like this because it does a great job at exfoliating, but it doesn't irritate my skin. I do have pretty sensitive skin, especially when it comes to like exfoliating products. Most of them leave me really red. I don't find this one does it all. I actually really love the texture of this too. It's sort of like a thick honey texture. It just feels really nice on the skin, and it just leaves your skin really soft and smooth. Great if you're going to an event or you just want to like really restart your skin. I love this. It also has a nice airless pump, so you get all of the product out. And then the other one is more of like a moisturizing type of mask. This one's really interesting. It's also from Naturally Serious. Their Hydra Plumping Mask, which is a clay-based mask, but it has hydrating properties to it, so it's perfect if you want some detoxification, but you have drier skin or you don't want your skin to be like too dried out after you use the clay mask. This one's really nice. I find I could use this a couple times a week, and it really doesn't like over dry my skin, but it does help to detox the skin and make everything look nice and smooth. We're making pretty good time with this video for the amount of products I went through. Let's chug along. I have some body products here. I wasn't originally going to include body products, but I thought, hey, let's just include every category. Why not? This actually isn't like a body product. It could be. This is from Lord Jones. It's their Royal Oil 1000 milligram CBD oil. This is empty besides like one more use. This has 40 milligrams per dropper. This is more pricey, but I think it's really important to get a high quality CBD if you are using it. I like this for if I'm feeling a little stressed or before bedtime. I think this is really helpful. It's not like a crazy strong CBD, so it does make you feel nice and relaxed, but it's not gonna like knock you out immediately or anything. Also nice if you like going on a plane, if you want to relax. I'll probably use this last serving for a flight I have just so I can fall asleep easier. But that's that. And then I also have two other products from them. These are topical CBD products. The first one is the High CBD Formula Body Balm. This is the packaging. It has 200 milligrams per jar. I'm not sure how much per application because I guess it depends on how much you use. But this is actually works really well if you have like a sore back or anything like sore muscles. You rub this on and it actually feels so nice. It feels like a little bit like numbing, but it just really gets the blood flowing and is really relaxing. I do recommend this. It basically has no scent to it, so if you don't like products with scents, you would enjoy that. And then this is another product from Lord Jones, which it's their high CBD formula body lotion, which this one does have a pretty strong scent to it. Even for me, it's just like a little bit much. This has 2 milligrams of CBD per pump, 100 milligram per bottle. So if you wanted something a little thinner, you might like this, but this one doesn't have any scent. I definitely like this one over this one, but I wanted to recommend it just in case you wanted a lotion product. I have one supplement product and then we'll move on to hair care and perfume. I want to mention the Skin Heroes Pre Plus Probiotic nurtures the gut and skin. Probiotics are important. I think we all know that. This is great if you have hormonal acne or you just have acne related to digestive issues. I know it's kind of hard to tell like what your acne is from, but usually hormonal or gut issues is around your chin, which is, I know mine are hormonal. I always get them on my chin. I think it could also kind of show up in your cheeks. These are nice. You only have to take 2. They're not like huge capsules, so really easy to incorporate in your daily routine. And I think they're nice. Nutrition is a really cool brand. Also love their vegan skin gummies. I think they're like orange. They taste so good. It's like dangerous to have though, you know? I just eat them so fast. All right, let's do fragrance really quickly and then we'll finish with hair. First brand I want to mention is Ellis Brooklyn. These are like some of my favorite perfumes. I have 2 scents here, Raven and West. These are both beautiful in their own way. They're very different, but they're like 2 of my favorite scents. This one's very musky and woodsy and sort of like a vanilla-esque scent, but it's still very like light and more of a girly type of musk. It's not too heavy. This is like the perfect fall winter scent. It's always when I use it. Really nostalgic because I've had that and it just brings back memories. This one's also super nostalgic, West, because I got this in the summer and I mostly wore it basically every day then. This is really nice if you like a citrusy light perfume. I usually don't like citruses, but this one is so beautiful because it just smells, it's nice. I don't even know what the notes are. I'm not going to try to explain it, but these are really beautiful. The caps are also nice. They're like, I think they're magnetic, so they snap on, really secure. And I think the packaging is beautiful too. Next up is a scent I've also recently just fallen in love with. This is from Clean Reserve Avant Garden collection. It's the scent Muguet and Skin, which sounds super weird, but it says the family is a woody musk. Again, it's one of those musky scents, but it has enough light notes that really balances it out. This is just one of my favorites. I could smell this all day. I think it's such a beautiful scent. If you have a similar taste and scent to mine, I would recommend this one in Raven. If you like lighter scents, the Ellis Brooklyn West one is really beautiful. All right, we're almost done here. I have some hair products I wanted to talk about. First is a shampoo from Playa. It's their everyday shampoo. It has coconut water and sugar beet. This is just a really nice, as it mentions, everyday shampoo. Cleanses my hair without over drying it, leaves it nice and hydrated and voluminous. And I'm just obsessed with the scents that this collection has. I think it's a natural fragrance. Not 100% sure, but it's super like vanilla-y, but it's not too much. I am pretty sensitive to fragrance when it comes to hair care products just because I find like really strong scents can linger a long time in the hair. But these ones are, they smell so good. I can't get enough. Same with this. It's the Playa New Day Mist. This is basically meant to refresh your hair, smooth creases, like if you sleep in a ponytail, and it restores your style. So if you have like second, third day curls, Has neroli water and sugar cane in it. This, I swear, they should make a perfume because I'm obsessed with the scent of this. I basically like just always want to spray it because of the scent. It really does make your hair feel refreshed. It's easy. Don't inhale it. It's really easy to brush through. This is perfect like if you have bangs too, to spray it through and it kind of smooths them out, reshapes them. You can reshape your curls. Just a really interesting product. I've never seen anything like this, but I definitely have been using it a ton. And I have two products from a newer brand. This is Together Beauty. I have their leave-in conditioner, which is, it has a nozzle on it, but I don't like when leave-in conditioners have that. I feel like it sprays too crazy. So I just like to spray this in my hand on damp hair. I also put this in dry hair. It feels really like moisturizing, but it's not too heavy, which is hard to find. For me, I feel like a lot of things weigh my hair down. This one does not, and it's just really beautiful little leave-in conditioner. And then I have their setting spray, which is for set, style, and light hold. It's basically like a hairspray and texturizer in one. I have both of those in my hair right now, but this one, like, you need the smallest amount, and it just gives you like a really nice texture so your hair doesn't look like too done, if that makes sense. If you curl your hair, or you just want to set things in place, I'll do this on my bangs sometimes. So yeah, that is that. I also really love their, it wasn't empties that I threw out, I recycled. It was their volumizing shampoo is called. That's a really nice one. I think actually my boyfriend used most of that and I was like mad. I was like, I like that one so much. Why you do that to me? What is that accent? I'm sorry. Okay, and the very last product is a hair tool. I feel like I don't talk a ton about how I do my hair on my channel, but I was actually thinking of doing a video on it. This is the T3. It's the interchangeable curling iron. I know this is really pricey. I wouldn't recommend it if you don't curl your hair a ton, but if you curl your hair a lot like I do, it's definitely worth the investment. It makes me like super excited to do my hair when I have this. It definitely just feels nice and luxurious, which it should for the price. And it has removable barrels, so mine did come with a scent. It came with a scent. Mine came with a set with like, I think it was like 3 or 4 different barrels. I think it's like maybe 1 1/4 inch. This is what I want. This is what the one I use if I want some more like relaxed traditional curls. And then to get it back in, you just lock it and then you're good to go. I do really like this. I can tell difference in smoothness and just how my hair looks. I think this is worth it. This is like so weird to hold. This has been a long video and I'm getting pretty wacky now, so we should probably wrap it up. Okay guys, that was it for my Sephora sale recommendations. I tried to keep everything brief, but I wanted to get through a lot of my favorite products. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'm so excited for holiday videos. It's like my favorite YouTube season. So many holiday looks and gift guides and stuff like that. Let me know any video recommendations you have down below, but thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in my next video.